Good evening, Waynesboro and surrounding communities. It is 2000 hours time for the weekly Neighborhood Readiness Net, sponsored by Blackksye Community Radio Association. This is WRWQ 569. My name is Derek, and I am operating from the north end of Waynesboro. I will be your net control station for this evening's net. If everyone could, just give me 1 minute here. I got to get a charger for my MacBook here for the net control console, and then we'll get the net started. All right, sorry about that, everybody. MacBook is charging. So the Neighborhood Readiness Net is held every Monday at 2000 hours on frequency 462.650, which is GMRS channel 19 with a PO tone of 127.3. This is always a relaxed but directed net. All traffic should be passed through net control unless otherwise stated. The purpose of this net is to share general announcements related to the organization and our local communities, to monitor repeater coverage and community participation, and to provide an opportunity for practice using your radio to ensure its operational soundness and to get accustomed to communicating on the radio in a coordinated manner. One of the reasons why we hold this net is because preparation before response is a key tenet of emergency preparedness, and knowing how to use your radio and any related equipment before the need arises is paramount to helping ensure positive outcomes during a community emergency. This net will always pause for any emergency or priority traffic. This is an open net, so check-ins from all licensed GMRS users are welcome regardless of your location. Check-ins will be called by community, so please hold until your community is called to check in. When checking in, please give your call sign and your first name. If you only wish to check in and don't have any comments for the traffic portion of the net, please say in and out or simply no traffic. So at this time, we'll open up check-ins from all communities, and we're going to start with Waynesboro. Any station on the air from Waynesboro that would like to check in, please call now.
WSIY 875, Eric, south side of Waynesboro.
WSIY 875, Eric, good evening. Anyone else from Waynesboro? Roosevelt and Wayne Heights stations, please call now. Second call from Roosevelt and Wayne Heights. This is all in your area. Second call for Zollinger area. Quincy Township and Monalto stations, please call now. Anyone Quincy Township or Monalto, please call now. Greencastle and Antrim Township. Second call for Greencastle and Antrim Township stations. Please call now. Nothing heard. Moving on to Ladersburg and Smithburg, Maryland. Ladersburg and Smithburg, Maryland stations. Please call now. Second call for Ladersburg and Smithburg. And lastly, any other communities or late check-ins, please call now.
WSJP 463, Bryan in Martinsburg.
All right, good evening, Brian. Have you checked in? Anyone else before we move on?
This is WSPX 753, Bob in Newburgh. No traffic.
Good evening, Bob. Got you checked in. Hearing no more check-ins at this time, we'll go ahead and move on to the traffic portion of the net. Check-ins will be called in the order received, so please share any comments, news, or announcements that you may have with the group. On behalf of the organization Blackksye Community Radio, the one thing I'll make mention of here, I was informed by our communication officer, Ed Richardson, that we will be receiving a sizable donation of some communications equipment from a communications company that has gone out of business. The owner is retiring, so he is donating several repeaters, a fan pole, dipole, repeater antenna, some power supplies, racked amounts of repeaters, a combiner, and there's supposed to be some other communications equipment as well. The repeaters are 100-watt continuous duty Kenwood units, UHF, that will work great on GMRS. We're just in the process of picking up that equipment now, so yeah, so that's a pretty exciting announcement. It's a lot of good communications equipment. I'm pretty excited for the antenna because those are quite pricey. But other than that, I don't have anything on behalf of the organization. As far as personally, nothing really exciting going on here. Just been enjoying the time I've had with my newborn granddaughter. She's almost 7 weeks. She's a Pops girl, so just been enjoying all that time with her. So with that said, Eric, do you have any comments this evening?
WSIY 875. Good evening, Derek. Thanks for taking the net. Good evening, everyone else. Great to hear that station in there from, I believe, Martinsburg area, making the trip. Yeah, great job hearing that station coming in. Hey, listen, congratulations on the donations. Man, I'll be doing cartwheels with something like that, 100 watts output power for GMRS repeaters. That's pretty amazing. Really excited to hear where you're going to go with that. Personally, just got back from New York City. Spent about 12 days there. Came home to my garden doing cartwheels, which is great. And lots of stuff to harvest here when I came home, and some work to do, and of course some additional grass mowing. While I was in New York City, I was able to do some check-ins, dial into some of their Aries nets up in that area, in the Brooklyn area. It was a very active organization, so it was kind of cool to sit up on the rooftop and have a cigar and check into some of their nets. So pretty much it for me. Again, thanks for taking the net, and everybody have a great week. And this is WSIY 875.
Thanks for sharing that, Eric. Yeah, all this rain here recently definitely helped your garden there for sure. Yeah, just one other addition to the announcement about the equipment donation. I know there's at least 4 Kenwood units. They're all the same model that have been donated. So the thought is we'll have one at the new repeater site, and we'll have one program ready to go as a backup. That way, if there's ever a failure, one will be able to be put in service right quick. So that's the plan. So, yep, there's four repeaters, and there may be more. So, yeah, I was definitely happy when I heard that. So, Brian in Martinsburg, any comments or anything you want to share this evening? Go ahead.
No, not much going on here in Martinsburg. Had a lot of rain just like everybody else, and it seems like this repeater's got I-81 covered pretty well. Sounds like it's working pretty good. WSJP 463, it's Brian.
All right, Brian, yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, the repeater actually doesn't do bad if you're on a mobile or base station. The struggle is always the 5-watt handhelds. Unless they're in really, what's probably about a 5 to 10 mile range, they have a little struggle. They're on the struggle bus. But if you're on a mobile or base station like you are, even with a pretty modest antenna, I think last time you said your antenna was about 20 feet, you know, you can usually hit the repeater pretty good, and you're a perfect example of that. But yeah, just people on handhelds tend to struggle a little bit, but yeah, hopefully that'll be rectified here around fall time. And then Robert, you were in and out, and so we'll go ahead and we'll take one more call for any late check-in. So any station just now joining the net, if you want to check in, go ahead and please call now. And then real quick, Eric and Robert, and even you, Brian, I know you were on the net last week. The mic that I was using, I noticed, I know I've made mention of it on air before, the audio was really low, so just for troubleshooting, I changed it out and put the stock mic back on this ICOM radio. Am I sounding any louder to you guys, or about the same? Are you able to notice any change in the audio quality coming through?
This is WSIY 875. Everything sounds great here on my end, south side of Waynesboro. Sounds perfectly normal and good volume, crystal clear.
463, crystal clear here as well.
753, on this end, I know I'm long distance, but there's less bacon fried, and you do sound loud and clear.
All right, very good. Yeah, on the playback of the net, it just seemed like the mic I was using, which was a more expensive mic than obviously the stock mic, it just seemed like the audio was a little bit low, but maybe that was just my ears. But all right, glad it's sounding good. So with no other stations heard for check-ins here, we'll go ahead and start to close out the net. Information about Blackksye Community Radio can always be found online at bscra-pa.org and also via our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. If you guys haven't been over to the website in a while, I'm using the new net logger that we developed. So as soon as I close out the net here, it automatically posts to the website. So if you click on the radio net section there at the top navigation menu on the website, it'll take you to that section, and then everyone who checked in tonight, any notes that were added during the net as far as like topics discussed, comments, and whatnot, this application automatically posted there for everyone to see. So pretty convenient little feature, and of course I still post it on Facebook as well. So please just head on over to the website if you haven't been there for a while. Just check things out. And then just want to again thank everyone. It's always appreciated those who continue to show up and check in. And always good to hear new voices as well. So thank you, Brian, coming in from Martinsburg. So we'll go ahead and say that the weekly net is now closed, and we'll return the repeater back to its normal operation. This is WRWQ 569. My name is Derek, north end of Waynesboro, and I'll be clear monitoring for a bit.